edition of Lunch with a Shark. And first and foremost, happy Easter, or actually good Easter to all of you. We wish you the best for this new beginning, as I would say in the Christian Catholic community. It's a brand new beginning. I hope you had an amazing weekend here in California, at least here in San Diego. It was raining, it was cold, it was a different, weird, odd Easter, but at least we got we were lucky enough to spend it with our families and have a great and relaxing weekend. Today we're going to talk about independent contractors. I think it's a very relevant topic because a lot of us as business owners, we tend to hire support team members as independent contractors, known as 1099s, because we want to avoid, save, eliminate payroll taxes. And as we have been seeing, we cannot apply for the payroll protection program for them because we don't have them on payroll. And they are independent contractors, might not be even able to qualify for that program under self-employed because they might end up reporting a lower profit or Schedule C on their own as to what they receive. So what I want to point out is, what's an independent contractor? Okay, what they need to realize that independent contractors are business owners, or at least that's the way the law classifies them, as business owners. Independent contractors are sole proprietors. They're Schedule C. They have an independent business. They're completely different of their own. They have built their own business around their specialty, around their services, around the products they sell or the service they provide. It's not uncommon for independent contractors to have a different business name, and they must provide those services or sell those products to multiple clients. Multiple clients, okay? We have seen over the years in our own clients that those independent contractors only provide services to our clients. They don't offer services to other clients. A huge no-no. Independent contractors must submit invoices for payment. Just exactly as you do to your own clients, they have to submit an invoice to you so you can pay them. I hope they're doing that. Independent contractors must have standard billing rates and procedures. Okay? They're independent. They are not supposed to rely on you paying them on the 15th and on the 30th equal amount of money. Maybe you have a business proposal from them, or it is normal for you to pay them on the 15th and the 30th the equal amount. But Cox, for us, for instance, our service provider for internet, they send us an invoice on a monthly basis regardless of whether it's constant the same amount. Our rent, they send us a bill every month for the same amount. So we expect for you to have an invoice from your independent contractors on a weekly, bi-weekly, quarterly, monthly, or whatever basis you have agreed upon. Independent contractors must determine their own hours and schedules. We're going to talk about right now, really quickly, as to how the IRS and the state determines the difference between an independent contractor and an employee. Recently, a law which I think personally it's completely against any free trade or any business proposition has passed in California, limiting or controlling, as California does, controls everything, on who is an independent contractor and who isn't. This has affected multiple self-employed individuals right now with this crisis as to how they can request support, help, or even a lifesaver for their own business. AB5. So completely against it. It should be eliminated, which I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. So quick. The state and the IRS has a very quick test. First of all, and if you say yes to any of this, you must classify them as employees. Number one, the worker is not under the control of the employer to perform the work. If you tell the independent contractor, what must they do? They're an employee. Number two, the worker must not be within the usual course of your business. For us, let's say that I hire a bookkeeper, okay? Since we offer bookkeeping, they are our employees. We cannot hire them as independent contractors. If you are in the business of, let's say, a doctor, and if you hire another doctors, you can't hire other people to help you if they're in the same line of business. But if you hire let's say if you're a chiropractor, but you hire somebody that help your clients on let's say alternative meditation. Well, you can hire them as independent contractor because they're not in the same line of business. Video production company. If you hire them for editing, they might be your employee, but if you hire them as sales, they're not your employee. Do you get the idea? That's the idea. And customer, they must be engaged with other clients. If they only work for you, they are your employees. The state of California, it's cracking down. Not anymore, but I think they're going to start cracking again after this thing goes away. And then the IRS has 20 additional rules. They cannot work directly under your orders. If you provide training, then they're your employees. Again, the same thing as if they are in the same line of business as you are. The personal nature of your business, if they interact with your clients, if there's a continued relationship, independent contract agreements, 30 days time frame. Same as, if you know this, I don't know if you knew, but you cannot rent a hotel room for more than 30 days. They have to kick you out and rebook you every 30 days. Interesting. So same as independent contractors. Hours of work, you cannot set hours of work. They cannot be full-time workers. They should not be working in your premises. They should not receive orders of what to provide to your clients or to you. They should not submit reports. They can actually submit a deliverable, but they cannot submit reports of what they've been doing in your company. You cannot select the method of payment. It must be them. Payment of their expenses. You cannot pay their expenses directly. It must be on a reimbursement basis. Hey, hello. This is very important because it will give you an employment benefit. Well, actually, they will classify them as employees if you pay for their expenses. They must be on reimbursement basis, okay? Tools and materials, they must provide their own tools and materials. You cannot provide them tools and materials to work. The investment, it must be there on their own. You cannot provide them seed capital. Profit and loss, they must have a profit and loss statement. They must keep their own business account. They must be a business. They cannot be exclusively working for you. We've said that. It must be available to the general public, so they must have like a website or offer their services to anybody else. Right of discharge, so they can quit or they can cancel their agreement at any time without any repercussion. In California, everything is at will. So, and the right to quit. They must follow all this. One of those, if you say no, then they're your employees. Independent contractors work without oversight. We already said it. You cannot supervise them. You cannot tell them what's wrong, what's right. They can follow guidelines, internal guidelines, like what is it that you want from them, but that must be negotiated at the time of their business proposal. Business proposal, okay? Independent contractors may partner with others. You must be very careful that they're not working just for you. They need to at least offer the services to other clients or other possible clients. It's very interesting because, yes, you might save taxes, but right now, if your team, it's all independent contractors, I'm gonna tell you one thing, you're screwed because you saved couple $1,000s in payroll taxes, and right now you are not qualified for the payroll protection program. Therefore, you could not afford to keep them in your team. If you had them on the payroll, you might have qualified for the payroll protection program. That loan was forgivable, and you can keep them in your team, and you can keep your company moving forward. What can you do? Well, let us help you evaluate. What's more convenient for you, keeping them as independent contractors moving forward, or put them on payroll? Yes, there's a cost involved, but there's also some benefits involved to it. And maybe the benefits outweigh the independent contractor. You'll keep them happy, they'll be part of your team directly. They might have stability. By having stability, they're more into your company. There's a lot of things that you need to analyze and not just think of savings. Right now, we've talked to multiple independent contractors with Schedule C, and because of their aggressive lack of tax planning, they don't qualify for any benefit through the CARES Act. Their Schedule C might show $500 in profit, $2,000, $20,000, and that's all they qualify for. And their 1099s or their revenue, it's $60,000. And that's what they need to live on, not only $20,000 through the year. So it's also on you, independent contractor, if you're watching us, to be very careful and actually ponder what's going to happen in the future. Not right now, but in the immediate future as it's happening. You need to be prepared for the risks. Now, you're absorbing or you're being hit with this risk. You don't qualify for the PPP. You might qualify for the emergency relief loan, but up to how much? Is it just a mitigating amount? So there's a lot of factors that you need to consider. Really ponder every scenario and be very truthful to yourself. Am I really living on a Schedule C line 31, which is my bottom line, the revenue minus the taxable expenses, on $20,000 a year for a family of 3? Or am I really living on $60,000 and all those additional expenses that I'm running through my business are not supposed to be there? I know it's tax planning, but be very careful, be realistic, and I wish you the best. Look for anything that it will help you, but also it would help you in the long run, not immediately for your cash as to what you're paying in taxes. And businesses, be very careful as to who you classify as independent contractors. You might have lost several of them because you could have had them on payroll. So it's a catch-22, as I say. Let's do an analysis. It's time for us to do an analysis. Give us a call at Invictus Advisors, 619-677-6512. Let us review what you have and let us give you a recommendation. 619-677-6512. We'll post our website, our link, our phones, all our information in our video information. So you're not alone. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's one of the biggest strengths of a CEO or business owner. Ask for help, ask for help, ask for help. We know that you don't have all the answers. We don't even have all the answers. But at least we ask. At least we seek help. Do the same. Have a great day. Have a great week. You're not alone. We are all in this together. Be safe. See ya.